Did you do what I did last night? Did you end up doing exactly what I did last night? Hold on, I just gotta... Every time I start a video, something weird happens.
Midlife loser.
Were you sitting on your couch, your favorite chair, your favorite spot? Did you watch the final season, part 8 of The Ranch yesterday? Or have you had time to do it yet? Are you watching it right now? Are you getting ready to watch it? If you haven't watched part 8 yet, The Ranch, the very last season, the last part, you might want to stop watching this video right now. Seriously, because I'm going to say a few things that it's going to completely spoil it for you. And I don't want to do that. I don't like doing spoilers, but damn it, I have to talk about this. After I was watching this last night, I was like, you know what? I got to get the camera out because this is a part of my life. I love watching TV shows. Very picky about the series that I watch. The majority of them have to be comedies because I have to take a break from the real world. I deal with it like you do way too much, especially if you're a dasher like I am. So when I'm not out there dashing, I wait for series like this. And now, of course, it comes to the finale. Damn it. Yes, The Ranch, part 8. And I definitely stop watching the video right now because this is where I say something that could ruin it for you or it wouldn't shock you. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Damn it, I really was hoping that that mystery person on the first episode, I was really hoping, why am I getting ready to take a picture, that was Danny Masterson's character, Jameson, Rooster, badass Bennett. Yes, I was really hoping that they were going to do some major twist. Like Colt knew that Rooster was alive. In other words, they did a flashback to when, after they did the whole ceremony, when they finally accepted that Rooster was gone, when he had the accident, he was gone. They go home. Colt goes to Rooster's hunting shed or cabinet or just his house. We'll leave it at that. And guess who shows up? Rooster. And he explains why he was gone, because of Nick. Nick's threatened him and threatened everybody else in his life. And he had to do everything he has to do to not only survive, but to keep his family members alive, because Nick is still stalking him, still stalking the family. In other words, they show another point of view of Nick constantly stalking as he goes after Mary, which, as we know, he took control over Mary. Mary ended up being extremely addicted to all sorts of like heroin. She becomes a major heroin addict, and I'm so thankful that she was able to get her life back together. So strong and so unselfish that she took responsibility when we found out that it was Heather, which I was shocked because I didn't expect. I mean, it made sense, but I had it in my head the whole time it was some guy. And they did a hell of a good job of at least allowing me to believe, or wanting to believe, that, oh, it could be Rooster. Because I did. I thought they were going to really kind of do a backdraft of why. In other words, let's face it can't be Rooster because Colt is way too calm and collective. It took forever for Colt to accept the fact that his brother died. I mean, he was in such a dark place and so much denial. I mean, they did a hell of a good job with that. And it was so heartbreaking to see him go through that. Thankfully, Danny Masterson is alive and well. It sucks that he's going through this. If he's innocent, I hope he's innocent. If he's not, then that sucks too. But I don't want to talk about that. That's just because I want to take a break from the real world. That's the whole purpose of sitting down, enjoying and binge watching these television series, is to take a break from the real world. They'd have to have a part 9 in order to have a major twist. But damn, that would have been good. I know I'm going back and forth. I'm just getting excited thinking about the possibility in a perfect world if Rooster could have came back. That's how they did it. You know? Anyways, it is what it is. It was Heather and Mary stepping up to the plate, taking control. And the great news is the fact that she would actually have probation because it was self-defense and everything else. And obviously that's what it really was. Nick was just a deadbeat loser that did nothing but bring havoc. And he was just a cancer in this world. The character was. I hope the actor is a great person in real life. He probably is. Seems like the individuals that usually play the bad guys in real life are usually the best actors to work with. And then Joanne, disease that she's dealing with, her care, obviously Joanne, the character, the Alzheimer's. Oh God, my grandmother had that. I lost my grandmother to that horrible, horrible disease. And I'm just so thankful that by the time the 10th episode came around, she wasn't completely that disease that I despise so much with the passion. I just despise disease. It's a personal thing because I was very close to my grandmother. Yeah, I was just glad that she was still Joanne. So I'm thankful for that. Sam Elliott's character, Beau Bennett, came to more peace with a lot of things in his life. He was happy. I'm glad that they were able to save the family ranch. You know, Colt, how he came in and saved the day against the big corporate SOBs that were basically trying to buy out and sue Colt Bennett. I can't even think of the name of the business right now. You know who I'm talking about. You watch the show, you know who I'm talking about. I'm so glad that at the end of the series, it was a happy ending, because at the beginning of the show, the series, it was more comical, it was more happy. Mainly because I like to think Danny was still there. The character was there. It was such a damn good character. Rooster was awesome. And then, of course, when they had to write his character, it started getting more dark, it started getting more twisted. The fights between Abby and Colt, the divorce, thankfully, that never happened. I wish they would have, when they had, you know, Colt's birthday at the house, as he was building the house for them, they had that fire in the background, and she handed him those divorce papers. I really would have loved to see it where he threw those in the fire. That would have been cool as hell. Granted, for proper safety measures and all that, I get it why they couldn't do it. But you know what I mean? That's what I was envisioning, that either he tore him up or threw him in the fire. When they thought she was pregnant, yeah, they'll have another child. And I'll get into that hopefully in a moment. I'm going to try my best not to ramble, because I don't want to bore the hell out of you. Because I know right now you're possibly leaving comments in the comment section, sharing your own thoughts, your own feelings, how these characters are developed and all that. Or maybe there's things that you've seen that I did. Like, for example, Maggie, obviously she moves to Florida. Her whole life has changed. She's happier now. She's looking for the future. She has a new partner in life, which I thought, you know, this happens a lot. She ends up meeting someone, and it's a woman. And that's really cool. That's great. I'm happy for her. Everybody else accepts it. But the one thing that I don't know, I have to watch it again. Who did she sell the bar to? Did they ever mention that? Like I said, I'm going to have to watch it again. What I envision, they keep the bar Maggie's. They keep it Maggie's because she didn't technically sell it off. She kept like 5 or 10% of the bar. The woman that's been her second in command or whatever, I can't think of the character's name, but she's been like the woman that Maggie's always relied on. I like to think that she invested into buying the bar, and then eventually, after Mary is in so much in control over herself, and her and Luke end up actually having a serious relationship, and they never really truly got a divorce like it showed there in the end of the show. They become a serious couple and they stay married. I like to think that she comes in and runs the bar. I mean, granted, she's a recovering drug addict, and she doesn't even touch alcohol anymore. She becomes a vegan. She becomes a big part of the community, something like Maggie was. She was like the mother of the whole community. She just becomes such a strong person. She's still super cool, funny as hell, but because she learned something about herself as she saves her own daughter, Heather, which I like to think that Heather ends up becoming the town veterinarian, because she does finish off her schooling, because she was working for Dale's as assistant at one point. I like to think that she finishes that off, and then she kind of fills in Dale's shoes as he finally retires. And she, like I said, she becomes like the town veterinarian. She goes to ranch to home, you know, and all that to take care of, like what Dale did. As you can tell, I'm from the country. Like, I know this stuff. Yeah. Colt and sorry, Abby. I was going to say Maggie. Yes, they do just like what they show at the end. They have the house. It's perfect. It still has its little quirks like this damn house. They have another child. The child's name ends up being Jameson Charles Bennett. Jameson, obviously, after Rooster. Not Charleston. Jameson Charleston Bennett. That does now sound pretty cool. Jameson Charleston. But that is named after after Abby's father, who I believe his name was Chuck. You know, Chuck and Janice. Chuck is usually short for Charles. So I get in my head, that's what I'm thinking. That's the name of, they have a son. And then, of course, in the perfect world, Rooster is alive. Rooster is alive. However, it wasn't as twisted as what I thought was going to happen. This accident he's in was horrible. He was just mangled to death. Not mangled to death, but he was so beaten up. They can't identify him because he has no identification on him. He starts getting his strength back. He doesn't know who he is from Adam, but however, he still has his instincts of being a rancher. So he kind of travels the country. He ends up working from rancher to rancher, and he's slowly developing his memory back. And he ends up being in Florida because he's doing these different. Rooster is one of these jack of all trades, as you could tell in the show. He was a mechanic. He was a rancher. He could do anything. He ends up meeting someone in Florida, and his mother ends up spotting him, and she freaks out. She can't believe who she's seen, because one of the reasons why she moved to Florida, like she told Colt, being there in garrison, it just reminds her too much of Rooster. That's another reason why she was in Florida. But when she sees Rooster, she freaks out. She doesn't know if she's being delusional or whatnot, but she starts seeing him, she starts spying on him, and then she gets a hold of everybody in Colorado. She tells them, "You're not going to believe this," but she's been taking photos. She's been tracking them down. Eventually, they end up getting Rooster back out to Colorado, and he's still kind of like, things are coming back to him. But he's got a whole new life now, you know what I mean? But that's what I like to think that happens in the future. Colt, Maggie, they've got that ranch. Oh, and Abby, did I say Maggie again? But Abby, she ends up being a principal because Garrison ends up having a school again, and she ends up being the principal of that school. So yes, they've got that ranch. Luke is basically now running the Bennett family ranch because Beau, he's retired. So he's running that ranch. So they have obviously the Bennett brothers and the Iron Ranch. I always forget the name of it, but we'll just say the Bennett Ranch. They obviously have them merged together, but they keep it like a separate name to make more money, which is pretty cool. Because that's what was in the show. We had the Bennett brothers and the Iron. So he ends up running that, but when Rooster comes back, as he slowly comes in his memory, Rooster is basically it becomes so big between those two ranches. As Rooster starts getting his memory back, the Bennett brothers have the ranch again. I don't know. That's just what I like to think it happens. So I really loved that show. I really did. Like I said, it gave me a break from reality. I'm so thankful for the writers, the characters, everything about that show. It was amazing. I'm gonna miss seeing development. I'm gonna miss seeing the screw ups that's gonna happen. But damn it, as I thought about the return of Rooster, and it took time. I know it's all for fun, but that's the whole point of this. So, like I said, if you're a fan of the show, if you have your own thoughts, your feelings, were you disappointed how it ended? Did you like how it ended? You know what to do. Leave in the comment section. And if you're still watching this if you're still watching this video and you haven't seen part 8 yet and you're pissed off, don't say I didn't warn you. All right, I'm shutting up. I better get off of here, start editing, and then get ready to dash later on. Well, Sunday. Back to the real world. If you like what you see here, or if you like the other videos that I've done, or if you haven't even checked them out yet, it's different. It's basically a vlogging channel. This is my life. I basically document what's going on in my life, what I'm doing in life, but I try to make it more humorous for us all to enjoy. So if you like that sort of thing, naturally hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. You guys know how it works, because when you hit that, it obviously notifies you the next time I upload a video, whether I'm out there dashing or making a goofy video, or if you guys kind of like this sort of thing where I talk about TV shows or movies. Look, I'm not an expert at any level, but I do love sitting on my ass watching TV shows. Yeah, I'm a junkie when it comes to that. And the thumbs up, whatever. I love it. It's good for recognition, but apparently it has something to do with the algorithm. It helps your videos go more viral. I don't know. I just appreciate you guys watching, taking the time and leaving comments, or just, I don't know, whatever you choose to do with my videos, as long as you're kind about it. All right, I'm shutting up. Like I said already, 5 minutes ago? All right, see you soon. Good timing because my furnace is kicking on. That thing's loud. All right, bye.